Well,
we're here again, Brian.
Man,
what is
don't
this?
Take long at all, does it?
This is the Raven Brotherhood. I'm Phillip Martin, and this is
Brian Linkus. Nice to make your acquaintance.
So we've been doing this channel for a few months now, right? Have a few subscribers and supporters. We appreciate that. What we do is talk about my book, which I don't have here. I knew we were missing something, Brian.
You just got one on the shelf.
I got one right behind you.
Okay.
Now, if you wander away again, it's going to be a problem.
What? I never wander away. I don't know what you're talking about.
See if you can find it.
Well,
anyway,
which one do you want?
we're going to talk.
First one?
Yeah, bring them all over here, Brian.
Okay.
Just don't knock the whole shelf down, right?
I'll do my best.
So we're going to talk about a special thing we do today. We're going to mention the book first, of course. Brian's getting my stockpile. Thank you, buddy. So, Brian, you hold these up as I talk about them. How's that?
Okay. I got to do something.
Yeah. So we'll start with my book series, A Witch is Born, is where you want to start, because that's the first book. This is a long story. I like it a lot,
Pretty big.
obviously, and Brian likes it. I think we're the only two. Now, I got a few followers, you know, but check it out, guys. I mean, you know, you buy an ebook for $5. Brian's Happy Meal costs way more than that now, right? You didn't even get a toy this time, did you?
I forgot what I just spent on that sandwich I just ate.
So $5 is really nothing, and that's where it's going to stay. I mean, if you want an ebook, go grab it. But this is where it starts. A Witch is Born. There are 5 books out right now. Brian, can you find number 2 there? Just to show the other covers.
This is book 2.
Because I want to really focus on these covers. This is book 2. And this is the book that pisses everybody off because, like I've mentioned in the other videos, this is where I kind of take the safety off of my mouth, you know, and just start saying whatever I want. A lot of nudity here. People don't like it, so, you know, don't read it if you don't like nudity. But the main thing is this picture. Daniela is my artist. And I always say her name wrong. I think it's Daniela Ivanova. See, I have a city called Nova Frontera, and so I get her name mixed up with it. But she's got credit in here, and I can't find it. I don't think she's mentioned in here. Anyway, Daniela is my artist, and she's amazing. So this is when she first did Cassandra for me, and I thought she did a great job. And it's always exciting, you know, even seeing the mountain in the back. The mountain's a big deal in this book, and just knowing that came out of my brain, and she put it on paper for me.
She did good.
I think
she did really good. And as the books keep going, I mean, the artwork gets better.
I think so too.
You ready?
Yeah.
We're back to curtain number 3.
Book 3, The Barbarian King, and this one's cool. This is Cassandra again, but just the way Daniela has the barbarian in the background, the Barbarian King just lounging, that perfectly captures what Maltor's all about, in my opinion. Yeah, it's weird. There it is. Cover design. Daniela Ivanova.
Thank you.
Yep, she's in Germany. So look up her website. You'll see all these cool pics she does. But
Was she the one that did the painting?
Yeah. We showed that in the very first episode, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is good. I love this story. I think this is one of my favorite ones out of the 5 that are released so far. So that was book 3. Book 4 is the best cover ever of any book. I don't care who it is. This is book 4. Of course, Daniela did this book cover as well. Just amazing. This is the first cover I had where Cassandra is not the focus on the cover. This is not Cassandra. This is her friend Benta. Still, we have the ravens up here. Always have the raven going on. But amazing cover. And then she did book 5 for me last year. Book 5, Birthright. This is Cassandra in a pivotal moment where she's trying to find her birthright that she's been searching for since book 2, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, you know, this was a big deal. And Daniela captured this one. Book 6 is not out yet. but I've got the artwork, and it is amazing. It competes with book 4. All these are good, but as far as my favorites, book 4 and 6 are amazing. Book 6 will be out probably October at the very latest.
Just in time for my birthday.
Yeah, give you another birthday present, right? So
just one perks.
So we'll have that out soon. Now, if you ever want to see any of the books, you can go to my website. There's other pictures there too. There's other art that shows some of the other characters that aren't on the covers, because these covers focus on Cassandra really. So check out my website, and Brian will put that up like you always do. Put it up in the corner so you can click on it.
Because I'm so tech savvy.
Yeah, Brian's the tech savvy guy here.
Click on this, you go right to the website.
Yeah, so click on that, check out my website, and they'll have a link to go buy the books if you want to. They're in Amazon. And just as a footnote here, and one of the things we talked about doing at some point is mentioning how hard it is being an independent author. It's impossible. And if I had to rely on this to pay the bills, I'd be homeless. This does not work unless you spend a lot of money and a lot of time. And I've got other authors I need to mention. I need to bring their books in and we'll show them off. But I got other guys I've met who really spend a lot of time on it. And, it's tough. It is tough making it in this industry. And I spend a lot of money to make my books look like this. And I think it's a good cover, and it's edited well. It's thick. It's a big book. And I'll tell people, I don't think any other independent author does it. But I'll pay Daniela about, I don't know, $500-$600 for a painting. I've heard other people pay $50. I'm hoping that makes a difference. I'm hoping this shows the difference. This is not a $50 painting, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. Look at the detail.
It's amazing. So I do that, and I have Teddy Black does my book design, which is amazing. She's good, very good. She puts the little feathers in there. Does a little symbol on the side for me, the arcane symbol that Cassandra can see. She does all this stuff, and then I have editing, Brian. I'm a CPA, as we talked about, so I can actually count to 10 and do pretty well.
Can you do it backwards?
Maybe. But I know numbers, and I'm not an author, and I wasn't trained to be an author or a writer. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know words, so I know how to tell a story, and so I spend a lot of money on editing. And I've learned, in the 4 years I've been doing this, I've learned to pick up some things so I can edit a little bit better myself, but I still pay for it. I pay $5,000 a book. So when you get a final product like this, all right, I have already spent $6,000 or $7,000 on it, okay, before one copy even sells. So how many $20 books do I need to sell to make up that cost? You see what I'm saying? It never happens. So an independent author, they're probably not idiots like me and spend all that much money on each book, but they all struggle to make it because there's so much competition and it's so hard to do. The traditional way of writing was something I never tried, where you get an agent, they go to the publisher with your book and you get rejected 9 times out of 10, or like my instance, 10 out of 10 probably. I didn't want to try that because I didn't have the background in writing. I've never had an article published or did anything small, and I wasn't going to. I got this story, I'm going to publish it. So that's what I did. I had my own company, Row Books, sponsor of the channel, right?
Yep.
So that's my company. I'm 100% owner, and I publish my own books. I could publish anybody's books.
So if I were to write one?
Yeah, I'll publish it for you. It'll cost you, but but anyway, that's how that works. And spend $5, get an ebook from somebody, support them a little bit. That's one of the things I want to do. We talked about this. I want to read some of my negative feedback. I remember one lady said, because I used to do promotions. I'd spend some money doing promotions, and people would take the book for free. They love free books. I've actually, the first time I did a promotion, one weekend, I gave away 1,800 copies on Amazon in one weekend. That's how many people took my book.
Damn. That
book has 42 reviews.
That doesn't...
Does that add up?
No, it doesn't.
So, people take, then they don't read it. They don't give feedback. These independent authors need feedback. So spend $5 for the love of God. Spend $5, get an ebook, or spend $15 and give Brian a Happy Meal. Your choice. But if we're
I gotta maintain this figure, brother.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round is beautiful.
It is. Yeah. Same problem. But, it's one of those things where you should support these authors because they're working hard at it and they got a story to tell. And I read my authors, my friends. I read them and I review them. Mm-hmm. And some of these stories are good. They're really good. So, we'll focus on some of those in another time. But what I want to do is like this one lady mentioned, hey, I got this free book. And he didn't put out the second book for free.
Why didn't you?
Well, that's the whole point of giving away a free book.
Yeah.
Is thinking that maybe you'll be interested and buy the second book for $5. Anyway, it's aggravating to me, and I've gotten to a point where I don't really focus on it a whole lot. You and I are going to do some shows soon, next year. So if we're still doing this channel, we'll just do some filming at the shows. That'd be cool. Sure. But right now, what I'm trying to do, believe it or not, I'm trying to polish books 1 and 2 because I feel like there's some formatting issues because Teddy wasn't helping me with those two, my book designer, and the editor I had was not. Well, Teddy was here. Yeah, Teddy was doing these, but the editor I had was not good for either one of those. I can see some errors. I'm trying to polish those. Once those are done and I have a second edition out for those, then we'll do some shows. Because I feel like if people are starting with books 1 and 2 and they're poorly, written or poorly edited, it's scare them away maybe. But anyway, I want to actually read some of my negative reviews online. I had R.S. Belcher, who's an amazing independent author. Hey, Rod. You don't know him, I guess, but he is amazing. And it's one of the books I want to promote here as we talk about other authors. But he actually he had a review one time that said, "This is crap. This is the worst story ever. It's awful, blah, blah, blah." And he had a T-shirt made out of it. So he just has that on his shirt. this review that somebody gave. So anyway,
wow,
we'll talk about that sometime. But anyway, as always, this channel's real focus is the book series. And so far, this is our fifth video, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And so far, it's paid off. I've sold zero books, so that's helped. That's helped a lot.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're doing it. So,
it's living your dream.
Yeah, we're getting this done. Yep. So anyway, we're going to switch gears now. Last time we did that, the character spotlight of Grayson, and I thought that was really cool. We'll do that again. I think that was way too much fun, especially with Liz giving her point of view.
Wow. Yeah. She had a lot to say on that.
She called one of us a dumbass. I can't remember which one it was. But we'll do that again at some point. But also, I'm trying to get characters up here. It's amazing how difficult these characters are to get. Cassandra Rose still won't respond. She did respond. She said, I might come on. Depends how much you pay me.
It's always about money.
Yeah. So, we're trying to get her. I got 2 other guests lined up from the book. So these are characters straight from the book. So we'll see how they go. And maybe you can get in touch with Grayson. I'm sure he'd have a lot to say.
Hasn't Ronis, has he said anything to you?
Not yet. We'll see. There's a couple. But anyway.
I guess he's busy.
Got a lot of stuff going on with the book we can talk about. But we're going to switch gears right now and talk a little bit about something special to Brian and me. And this is something that has been going on since about 2002, 2003.
2002, yeah.
And let me just let me describe how it started, and then you can talk a little bit about some of your favorite memories, maybe.
All right.
But back in 2002, unfortunately, I was going through a divorce, my first divorce, and it was horrible. I had 2 kids from that marriage and a stepson, so I had 3 kids really, and it was bad. And she was vindictive, kind of. I've been married twice, and both of them were vindictive. And so I'm not a big fan of marriage. But anyway, I was going through that, and I made sure, and let me make this very clear to everybody out there. I don't care if you're the mom or the dad. If you owe child support, pay it. And I did. I paid $800 and some a month. And I didn't have any money. I literally had no money. I didn't have any extra money to do anything with. Now, I eventually recovered, over time, but I made sure those kids had their money. And I think that's important. But the point is, I was so downtrodden. And I actually started dating. Now, I'm an ugly guy. I mean, I freely admit it. And I started dating somehow. Somebody was actually interested in going out with me. That was weird. But I went out, and I went out with a couple women and ended up having a relationship. And it was great. She was really hot. Anyway, I'm not going to mention any names, but my ex-wife, just soon after our divorce, she called her and told her what a bad person I am.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that?
I do.
So anyway, that's the kind of crap I was putting up with. And so, trying to reestablish myself in life, paying child support religiously, not being a bad person or a bad father, and still getting crapped on. And that's what marriage is about. So, to all you youngsters out there, don't get married. Right?
Right.
Okay. Now, you are married. Dumbass. No, Tracy's cool. I like Tracy. So
Tracy is very cool.
Tracy's all right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. At that time, I was so under so much stress from all this stuff and didn't have any joy in life, really, other than spending a little bit of time with my kids. That was about it. I came up with this thing called Geekapalooza. Now, I'm a huge Chili Peppers fan, and so I knew all about Lollapalooza, which Chili Peppers always involved in, And so I made a play on words with that. And what I said was, hey, Brian, let's you, me, and Todd go rent a cabin somewhere far away from here. And far away was, what, an hour? It wasn't, we didn't go very far.
Even that. I think somewhere in Shawsville, I think.
No, our first one was Smith Mountain Lake.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah. And that was maybe an hour away. But anyway, we went there, the three of us, and Byron went too, my brother, ex-brother-in-law. He went with us, was four of us. And what we did, we took 3 boxes of cards and drafted for 2 days. And that's all we did. We drafted Magic the Gathering. Do you know the 3 boxes, Brian? Can you name any of them?
I'm sure Kamigawa was in there somewhere.
No, that was a couple years later.
I said somewhere.
The first year, we actually drafted. Now, see how exciting this is?
Unhinged.
Yeah.
We did do
I think it was Unhinged, yeah. And Odyssey and 8th edition.
Okay.
And those sets are kind of blah, but I had the best time ever. We laughed so hard.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It's like...
Oh, the very first one. Do you remember? We were doing Unhinged, and there was a card that was called Chitty Face. Remember that?
All right, so we're talking about some Geekapalooza memories here. Why don't you tell them the story, Brian? There's a card called Chitty Face, which says...
Right, it's an unhinged version of Magic the Gathering, which none of these cards are taken seriously. They're just, I guess
they're all jokes.
They're all kind of jokes, man. Yeah. But there was something on the card where if you can get Chitty Face on the table without anybody seeing it, remember?
If they don't see it right away, he stays on the table.
Yeah, he stays on the table.
Well, he's just a 2/2 creature.
So here we are. We're in this little room. We're in the living room, barely a living room.
This little tiny room.
Tiny room, and
having a blast.
And all of a sudden, we all had cards in our hand, and Todd was right across from me. You were on my right.
Todd's our buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, and the lights go out. I mean, just like that.
For what, 5-10 seconds?
Well, not even that. Probably.
And we're all looking around.
Yeah, we're all looking around.
What's going on?
What's going on? And when when the lights came back on, Chitty Face was on the table because Todd took the opportunity
to cheat him out
and got him out.
Well, the thing about it is, we didn't notice.
I wonder if he set that up.
I don't know.
I bet he
pulled
did.
a plug somewhere. But yeah, he had it on the table. We didn't see it right away. We started playing. And we looked and said, what is that? What is that on the table?
And you remember that one card that said, save a kill spell for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have to say it every time before you...
Yeah, every time it attacked or something. I don't know. But anyway, we had a blast that one year, and that was in 2002, 2003 maybe. And we're getting ready to do it again for Geekapalooza 26. I think it's 26 this year. Anyway... We have done this every year, and it's grown to now. It's not just a weekend, and it's not just 3 boxes of cards.
No,
we should have had the booty in here, man.
You should, yeah.
We've got 8 boxes back here, and we're going to draft. We go in August,
and we stay a whole week.
So we're in the middle of June right now, so we're kind of getting a little excited about it. But what we do the whole time is draft Magic, okay? And it's 7 days now, 7 days, and I could stay there for months. I never get burned out. Now, some of us get burned out, but not me. I love it. And what we do, we have this tournament, we keep the scores. Because I'm a numbers guy. I love numbers. So we keep the scores. Now that benefits some of us, and maybe not others. But
was there a reference in there somewhere?
So what we do, we like to not celebrate the winner at the end of the tournament, the 7-day tournament.
We celebrate.
We like to make fun of the loser.
That's why it's called Geekapalooza. Loser.
So whoever loses gets a special trophy. Mm-hmm. It's special. It's not one you would proudly display.
No.
And we make fun of them for a year. And the next year, like in August when we go, we're going to go grocery shopping. That's the last step before we go to the cabin. Because the cabin's, 40 minutes away? It's not very far away from here.
No.
I love it. Because I can come home if I need to. We're still reachable, and it's not a long trip, and it's awesome.
And if you did come in last place, and when you go to the grocery store for next year,
what you got to say, Brian?
You got to tell at least 3-4 people,
as many people as you can.
Happy Geekapalooza. Like, just do it nonchalant. They don't know what the hell you're talking about, and
and it's a sore subject for some people. We'll talk about that too sometime. You know, Don had a bad experience doing that, and I thought it was funny. Still do. But this year, who gets to say Happy Geekapalooza, Brian? I can't remember. Who was that? They got their ass stomped last year. Who was that? I can't remember. I think it was Brian.
Nah, he wasn't him. It was. I tell you, I mean, I don't get to play the game as much as I used to. I used to. I mean, and I still do. I thoroughly enjoy playing. My favorite format is Commander. If you ever play Commander, it's a 100-card deck that you put together, and you can't have any doubles of any cards. And that's the format I really love to play. But you know, I'm just not great of just building a deck right away. 40, 60 cards, it doesn't matter. You know.
Well, and then we do have a Commander round too. We draft Commander. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I guess, the dual Commander or whatever. But we actually play that 5th round of that draft. We play a free for all, like a regular Commander game. So Brian loves Commander. Now here's the problem, Brian, and this came up sometimes in some of the other videos. He's got the attention span of a gnat. So if Brian's not focused, you still with me, Brian? If Brian's not focused on something, he does really, really poorly at it.
Yeah.
And so at Geekapalooza, he tries to focus, but he's too late in the game because we've already studied the cards kind of, know which ones to draft. So Brian's just trying to get into it for that week, and you can't do that. So since he doesn't focus on it all year round like he should, then he sucks at Geekapalooza and a lot of times gets the trophy.
I'm not the only one, though.
No, Don wins his share, but since you've been coming lately, last 3 years, I think you've won 3 in a row.
You know, it's just the joy of my life.
What have you done with all these little trophies?
I
hope you display them proudly.
No, I do not. I think they're locked in my closet somewhere. Probably buried.
Don actually had the gall. Don's our other buddy who wins a lot of trophies. I don't have it on paper. I'm not prepared for this video, of course, like a doofus. But I think Brian has won 7 trophies, and Don has won 5. That's what I'm remembering.
This year.
It could be 8 and 5. I don't know.
Don's taking it home.
All right, there you hear it. You've heard it now. And we're going to film at Geekapalooza.
Yeah, we're going to film.
Yeah, we're going to film some stuff. So
there's some stuff going on.
Looking forward to it.
You get to meet everybody.
Yeah, hopefully, if somebody will get on camera, you know.
I don't want you. Go see over there.
Well, we had some people here last time, some of our buddies, and none of them got on camera.
Yeah,
so,
they're just like camera shy.
Well, I mean, why would you want to be on camera with us? I don't understand it anyway. So maybe not. But anyway, we'll have a good time.
Because we're so good looking.
Yeah.
We're intense over that way.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So we want to focus on Geekapalooza this time just because it's a blast, and it's been a blast for all these years.
It's a good way just to get away, and
you know, I think about it sometimes. What's going to happen, like when I kick the bucket? Because I'm the one that formulates. I get this thing formed every year. I want to just die. I think Geekapalooza will eventually just die. I mean, we're not spring chickens anymore, and like I said, we've been doing this for 26 years, or whatever it's been, 25, whatever it's been.
That's almost half of our lives.
Yeah, and I can't remember the date we started, Brian. I think it was 22, but we did the first 2 Geekapaloozas were in the first year. So that's why I can't do the math so easy. I don't know when the year we started, and I know we did 2 in 1 year. So anyway, this is either 24, 26, something like that. I can't remember.
But, it's kind of weird with me because I remember when you first introduced me to Magic, you came over to my apartment. It was a little 1-bedroom apartment, and he had all these extra cards, commons and uncommons. There may have been a few rares in there. Came in on Scourge, right?
No, it was Legions. No, Onslaught.
Onslaught.
It's a box of Onslaught.
So there was a lot, and he tried to show me how to play the game, and I was like, oh, it's just stupid.
Yeah, you didn't like it at all.
I didn't like it at all. And then, 4 or 5 days later, I woke up, I think I'm going to play some Magic.
So I got you hooked on those commons. Glad you said that, Brian. Let's see what's in over here. Oh, let me see what we got here, Brian. So I'm going to try to do the same thing with this game that I love called Sorcery. I'm going to give some of these cards to Brian. These are sorcery cards from stuff I've opened. If you haven't seen Sorcery yet, guys, you need to. It's not only great artwork, but it's a good game. It's really good. So what I'm going to do is leave these commons under your pillow like the Tooth Fairy. And so when you get up in the morning, you'll be like, whoa, check these cards out. I mean, how can you not like that? Look at that artwork.
Yeah, they got great artwork.
So anyway, I've opened 23 boxes of Sorcery, and I'm addicted to it. And these are my commons that are extra. And these are uncommon. Some of these are, ordinary and exceptional. Some of these are the equivalency of uncommon in Magic. So, there's some good stuff in there. But anyway, I'm going to hopefully get Brian hooked on Sorcery, because you're terrible at Magic, but you like it.
I like it, but we don't play it like we used to. I mean...
We do, it's just you don't show up half the time.
That's not true.
To get gatherings. Now, what we used to do is build decks instead of just draft. Mm-hmm. And everybody was whining about that, and so we quit doing it. But we could do that again, and you would study the cards more. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to hopefully get Brian started on Sorcery, because as bad as he is on Magic, he's god-awful on Sorcery. You're terrible. And it's because you don't care. You haven't focused on it at all, and hopefully you'll see these and maybe study them a little bit,
What's it called again?
Damn it, Brian. So anyway, we're going to Geekapalooza soon. And it's going to be fun,
It's always fun to get away.
Yeah, we got lots of stories to tell about it. Maybe we'll do a couple more videos before the trip.
We got a beautiful view, too. We'll make sure you see that. That's, right next to the river. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. There's I think 6 of us going this year. And there's always been between 3 and 8 people going. So we got 6 going this time. And because not everybody can make it every year, unfortunately. It's kind of expensive. But we rent a cabin next to the lake where you're supposed to swim and fish and hike and all this stuff. And we don't even go out of the cabin. We go to sit on the porch.
We are nerds.
We sit at that table and we draft and we play hard.
We eat a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and we need to have Josh on the show sometime, talk about his cooking. See, he cooks our food.
He's the official Geekapalooza cook.
And what's that called? He's got an apron that has this on it.
What?
Kitchen bitch. You know that?
I remember now.
but Josh likes cooking for us, and he does a good job. Josh's lasagna.
Steaks, burgers.
Yeah.
God,
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just want to say, hey, Geekapalooza's coming to town, and we're excited about it, just because that's been such a fun time in our lives.
Oh, you better watch out.
No, Brian, don't do that. So I think, coming up before the trip, we'll have a couple videos out, and I do want to read from the book maybe next time, okay? Because A Witch is Born, even though nobody's buying the book, nobody cares, I'm going to read from it just to give a little intro to it in case somebody is interested. And we'll do that next time. And I do want to read some of my negative reviews sometime. They respond to those.
You respond to them appropriately.
Yeah, right, professionally and honestly. So we'll try that coming up sometime soon too. We need to focus on maybe, playing Magic and different things, some of our stories we've had, and so many things we can talk about. And, I don't know if Geekapalooza really interests anybody, but we love it, and we'll try to document this year a little bit and see how it goes.
Well, it's been a part of our lives for, 25
over half
years.
our years. Yeah. I started Magic in Invasion, which came out in 2000. Let me tell you this. I know we're at 30 minutes already, so we're real late in this thing, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep going past 30 minutes. We're going to keep doing it. So, what we're going to do is talk a little bit about Magic in general. Let me tell you guys what happened, because I'm a collector. You're not, but I'm a collector, and I do have Power 9 cards. I've got good stuff. And yes, I do have a Black Lotus. Thanks for asking, Brian. It wasn't easy getting those. I had to pay a lot of money for them, but I wanted to make sure I got one, because as a collector of Magic, you say you don't have a Black Lotus, then what's the point?
You're not a fan.
Yeah. So anyway, I've done that stuff the hard way, and I remember, guys, back in 93, might have been, I guess it's 93, the commercials started coming out on TV. Bob the Accountant, I remember that. I think that was his name. But, I remember the Magic the Gathering commercials, and my wife told me, hey, that looks like something that you would like. I was like, yeah, but I play D&D, and that doesn't cost any money. So I'm going to keep doing that. So I bet that's expensive. And I purposely chose not to get into Magic. So I still kick myself for that, of course, but that's why I'm not missing out on Sorcery. I love Sorcery. I think it's got a good future, so I'm at ground level here with it. But
back then, though, I don't think nobody realized how popular it was going to become.
No, nobody did.
Nobody did. And so if you had actually some boxes of Alpha that weren't on open, still shrink wrap, oh my God.
Yeah. So, and
you could retire easily probably off of one box. It's ridiculous.
And I've tried to capture some of the most rare items that Sorcery has to offer. I got a sample pack, and I got a few things that are just really rare. But with Magic, my wife would tell me this. That was 93, all right? In 94, we'd see it in the store. 95, we'd see it in the stores, wherever it was, and say, yeah, there's that game. You should get it. Nah.
Nah.
Finally,
I'm a D&D guy.
Yeah. Finally, in December of 2000, she got me a 6th edition starter set. And this was so cool because we played it in January 2001. I said, all right, let's just give it a shot and see what happens. And they have these 2 decks, Brian. They're basic.
I remember.
And they're in a certain order.
Right.
And so you take off, you draw the number of cards, you have instructions. It says play your island, tap it, play a creature, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's telling you what to do. And so you attack when it tells you to, and she blocks. My wife was blocking when it told her to, and whatever. And so at the end of like 6 or 7 rounds, the score is like 15-17 or something. And they purposely did that. And then the instructions stop. It says, all right, you're on your own.
You're on your own.
I was like, whoa, now I'm in charge. I do whatever I want. And that was the coolest way. And it got me hooked immediately. And, man, I haven't turned back. I mean, I've been hooked on Magic since.
I remember 7th edition, they kind of came out with something similar where they actually came out with like a computer disc. That's basically how I sort of learned.
Yeah, and 6th edition had a disc too.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. But anyway, we've been playing for a long time, and, you came out a little bit after me because I think I was playing, my wife was playing, and then Byron, my brother-in-law at the time, the 3 of us were playing. Then I got Todd hooked when he started working with me, because we worked together for a while. And then after that is when I introduced it to you. So, that's how that went. And we all got hooked on it. So it's a great game. If you haven't played Magic, you should try it.
Oh, yeah. Remember the computer game I had?
Yeah.
Suntail Hawk.
Yep.
Demon.
What was that called? I don't even remember. Battlegrounds?
That's what it was called. Battlegrounds. Yeah, that was good. I thought it was kind of entertaining anyway. But their narration was pretty stupid. Suntail Hawk.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. But it was fun to play, and we've been playing a lot over the years, and I've collected a lot of stuff. So anyway, we can share some Geekapalooza memories as we get closer to Geekapalooza. We got a lot to share.
Oh gosh, some stuff's stupidly hilarious.
Yeah. Do I need to say anything else about it? Do you have anything to add?
No. Just tune in for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune in next time. We'll see what happens. Let me see if I can put this up here real quick, Brian. As we sign off, here's the books all stacked up. But it's cool. I love the spines. Can't see the bottom. See the characters at the bottom.
That's cool.
I think it's cool. Thanks, Teddy. Did a good job designing these. Anyway, I guess we'll sign off now. This has been, 35 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about something else next time. Maybe I think I'm going to read from the book next time. We'll read the prologue to Witch is Born. All right, so as we always say,
may the ravens
forever heed your call.
always.
See you later.
Later.